All right, settle back and enjoy it, everybody, as we get set to go. Game on here in the Division III National Semifinals. Turbo Clausen from the 10-yard line. Clausen will get knocked down at the 27-yard line, and that's where Niall McLaughlin and this very electrifying offense of Wartburg will start. 215-pound senior out of North Scott High School in Eldridge, Iowa, is Niall McLaughlin. Last week he threw for 136 yards and a couple of touchdowns in the win over Aurora.
Yeah, and they weren't sure until an hour before the game if McLaughlin was going to play. Had an ankle injury the week before.
This is Hunter Clausen. Clausen off that right side, got some strong blocks. On that right side of the offensive line from Sam Reyes, that right guard. Ethan Stockwell moved the sticks. Turbo showing you why he's got that nickname on the first carry of the day for Wartburg.
Well, Wartburg did an excellent job at the point of attack there, Michael. You mentioned some of the offensive linemen. John McConaughey as well came in and got a great block on the edge. Turbo doesn't need much space to get moving now, does he?
No, he really doesn't. 5'9", 190-pounder, quick toss. This time that Mount Union defense rose up to put that hit on. Coming up was Ian Sexton. Sexton, who plays what they call the spur in the Mount Union defense. Well, head coach, as we take a look at Niall McLaughlin, again, the head football coach, Chris Winter, and his offensive coordinator, Matt Wheeler, both of them Wartburg alum. Clausen with not much there. He got stood up, and making that hit was Caleb DeTellum. DeTellum wears number 33. There he is. DeTellum on that stop. He's going to bring up third down and long. So Wartburg here for the first time after that strong first down carry from Clausen, now behind the sticks looking at third down and 13.
Yeah, would expect to see McLaughlin put it in the air for the first time. Excellent job. Both, Michael, throughout this entire afternoon, we're going to see excellent linebacker play. Both these teams very strong at that second level.
Greg George, Carter Henry. You got that bunch formation down at the bottom of your screen. Pressure coming, and that throw is caught by Turbo Clausen. But in on that hit for Mount Union was Mason McMillan. McMillan is a junior from nearby Wadsworth High School, and that 3rd and 13 not converted, and the Wartburg Knights are going to have to punt the football away.
Michael, this says all you need to know about the agility and the speed of Mason McMillan. Turbo crossing the formation, and McMillan step for step and stride for stride. We're going to see a lot of Mason McMillan, the leader of this defense.
Owen Grover, the Wartburg punter, he'll hit this from about the 30-yard line with the left foot. Excellent punt. And now down at the 10-yard line, one of those non-returnable boots. 46 yards on the punt. Exactly what Wartburg needed. Going to make Mount Union play on that long football field to start it out.
You see Coach Winter, you mentioned the punter, Owen Grover. We're going to see him on the defensive side of the ball. He is the Defensive Player of the Year in Region 5.
All right, let's take a look at the highly skilled Braxton Plunk. This is a senior, the young man from Plant City, Florida. He personifies leader, as head coach Jeff Dart told us. That first down carry will go to their top running back, DeAndre Parker, the 165-pound senior. Parker got knocked down by that outstanding middle linebacker that you're going to hear a lot of today for Wartburg, Antonio Santillan. The fifth-year senior Santillan, one of the defensive stalwarts on Wartburg.
Keep an eye on this defense, Michael. They cover both A and B gaps with their front four, which allows these linebackers to play free.
With 5 wide receivers, Plunk will fire that out route, and that is hauled in. And there is the first grab of the afternoon for the young man we featured. That's Orion Finley. Finley made that catch. So Finley with his 31st reception of the year. Plunk delivered a strike.
He gets the ball out quick, Michael, and if the defense is going to stay back, Finley, Ruby, they'll just get open and Plunk will find him. Plunk does a great job of spreading the football around.
Plunk threw for just a shade under 4,000 yards, and he'll play pitch and catch here with that first down toss. And making that grab was Jaden Manley. Manley, the senior out of Columbus. Parker Rochford on that hit. Rochford, one of the excellent safeties in Division III.
And there you see the catch by Manley. Rockford coming up. 7 interceptions on the year for number 14. Michael, this defense for Wartburg has 28 interceptions. So Rochford, they have 28 interceptions, and Rochford is one of the big reasons why.
Got 4. Did Braxton Plunk. Going to go play fake here. Plunk going to take a shot. He's got Ruby. It went off his hands and might have been partially deflected. As Ruby had, that was Trent rolling the DB who went up for that line drive shot. Don't know if he maybe got a hand on it. Let's see. Did not.
Ruby got behind the defense and rolling, and there you see Trent Rolling did a nice job of recovering. But that is the danger of having Wayne Ruby Jr. and Braxton Plunk in the same offensive set, because Ruby can get open again.
Yep.
Anytime, anywhere.
Well, yeah, he can. Ed Sherman Award winner. That denotes a top wide receiver in Division III. Plunk now ad-libbing this on 3rd and long. His throw, was that caught? Yes, it was caught. Making the grab for Mount Union was Jaden Manley. So Manley, the number 2 receiver behind Ruby, with his 55th catch of the year.
That's a credit to the offensive line of the Purple Raiders. You saw Plunk able to extend the play because of that offensive line pass protection, and then Manley and the other receivers go into scramble. Manley comes back to the ball, finds a soft spot near the sideline, keeps his feet in for the first down grab.
Second first down conversion for Braxton Plunk. He's going to fire quickly. Again, more pitch and catch. Jaden Manley on the reception. He got 5 to bring up 2nd and 5.
This is an interesting battle here, Michael. A chess game, if you will, between this team right here, Mount Union. Wartburg only allows 43 yards rushing on per game. That's best in the country. With 28 interceptions, you wonder what an offense does. Right now, Mount Union's coming out saying, we're just going to throw the ball, we're going to put it in the hands of Plunk, and let him spread it around.
Yes, play number 7 on this opening drive for Mount Union, which started at their own 10-yard line. Plunk wants to go to the air again. Going to take that shot. Had a little separation there, did Orion Finley. Finley was being covered by Drew Weifels. Weifels, an outstanding corner for this Wartburg D.
You get a feeling that the Purple Raiders are going to hit one of these, Michael. They're going for what I call the hole shot. It's in a cover 2 look, and you've got a trail corner and a safety coming off the hash. And Plunk's trying to fit it into that window before the safety can get over and after the wide receiver's released by the cornerback. And that's twice they've went for it, and 2 times they've just missed.
Well, this Wartburg defense has had a sensational year, only giving up 8 points per game. 3rd and 5. Plunk's throw is hauled in. Had separation with Jaden Manley. Manley worked free, sat down, and made the grab. Now a late flag after Manley was thrown to the ground. And it looks like this is going to be a personal foul against Wartburg. We'll wait to see.
Yeah, Manley's still down. Coach Winter's working the sideline saying, listen, they're playing until the whistle. You know, my guys are going to keep going until they hear the whistle.
Our referee today, the gentleman with the white hat, is Stuart Hinman. He and this NCAA officiating crew. Let's listen to
after the play. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 3. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Yeah, they got Nate Link, who is one of their top defensive playmakers for the Wartburg Knights. Had a sensational year. 9.5 tackles for loss, couple of picks, couple of sacks. What do you think, Ryan?
Well, hard for me to make any comment because I couldn't hear where the whistle was. You saw him at the end put Manley on the ground, and you see Manley walking off on his own, which is always a good sign. But another thing I think, though, is that penalty is the longest offensive play of this drive. So far, Wartburg keeping everything in front of them, and they're giving up the short stuff. But a 15-yard penalty right there is significant, as now Mount Union takes over at the 32 of Wartburg.
28 yards total. It was a 13-yard throw from Braxton Plunk to Jaden Manley, and then add the 15 to it. Plunk off a play fake. Taking a shot for Ruby. Got it! Touchdown! Mount Union, 32 yards, double move. Braxton Plunk connecting with Wayne Ruby. Ruby, his 28th touchdown grab of the year.
Michael, they were looking for that pass this entire drive, and this time when it matters the most, Braxton Plunk hits his go-to guy, Wayne Ruby. And look at this beautiful pass, and you see the safety doesn't get there in time. The cornerback's in trail coverage. Wayne Ruby catches it. He's now 3 touchdown receptions shy of being the all-time receiving leader, touchdowns in a year in Division III.
Take another look at Wayne Ruby Jr. Oh, he knows how to get to the end zone, doesn't he? As we said, touchdown grab, number 28 on the year. Mount Union off to this 7-0 lead. 7-0 Mount Union. They go 89 yards on that first drive they had offensively that ends in the touchdown pass, his 47th of the year from Braxton Plunk to Wayne Ruby Jr. All right, Alliance, Ohio. Here's a look at the picturesque campus that knows quite a bit about hosting NCAA D3 semifinal games to get to the championship. The enrollment of just under 2,033 playoff appearances, and as we said, 13 national championships. The legendary head coach, whom the stadium is named after, Larry Karras, won 11 of them, and then his son, Vince Karras, who's now the defensive coordinator at the University of Toledo, won a pair. Clausen on that return. Clausen got knocked down by the kickoff cover squad of Mount Union at the 25-yard line. So important. I mean, yeah, it's you're not even halfway through this first quarter, but an important offensive series for quarterback Niall McLaughlin and this Wartburg Knights offense here. And what a special offense it has been, Ryan Cavanaugh. I mean, they average over 41 points a game and over 430 yards of total low. And showing you a part of that offensive proficiency, as that's Thomas Butters, the outstanding tight end. Butters makes his first grab of the afternoon as he was on the receiving end from Niall McLaughlin.
The first drive, Wartburg came out very run-heavy, trying to get Turbo going. This time they faked Turbo, hit a little play action to the tight end drag, and keeping it in the air here, Michael.
Play fake again. McLaughlin's throw sailed on him. He was looking to hit Carter Bussamus, not able to haul that in. Bussamus, a junior, also from the state of Iowa. And that's going to bring him now 2nd and 10.
You know, Michael, I anticipate points are going to be tough to come by in this one, and you can't fall behind by too much because both these defenses are in the top 4 in points allowed in the Division III, in the entire country in Division III.
Well, yeah, and both of them have very prolific offenses trying to work against those Ds.
Best on best, man.
2nd and 10. Going to go in that RPO, that zone read, and the purple shirts of Mount Union's defense are all over, and they're going to get a late flag. That's going to cost Mount Union 15 as they kind of gave some business to Hunter Clausen as he got on that white boundary and out of bounds.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 8. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. Automatic. First down.
They got Rossi Moore, the outside linebacker, wears number 8.
Yep. Now, if the white hat would have said, giving him the business, we would have been in shape.
I did.
You did. I know. I mean, that you were right. I just wanted to hear him echo you.
Yeah. It's Hunter Clausen definitely out of bounds. Play fake now. McLaughlin going to fire the out route. That's an outstanding grab, keeping his legs in bounds as McLaughlin hit that throw as he was able to connect with Drake George. George, the 180-pound junior, terrific year George has had. Tempo here, huh? Through a crease. Clausen showing you his toughness. He's nicknamed Turbo, as we've been telling you, and you can understand why. I mean, because that's the way he plays. The motor is just otherworldly. McLaughlin going to take a shot middle. That is hauled in near the 5-yard line. Is making that grab was Carter Bussamus. Bussamus with his 21st catch of the year.
Beautiful job by Niall McLaughlin. Moving, keeping his eyes downfield and putting it up for the big receiver. Bussamus, 6 foot, went up top, brought it in. They're knocking on the door here, Michael.
Got 19 yards now. Clausen trying to stretch this out, and Hunter Clausen wasn't able to get outside the numbers and turn toward the goal line as Mount Union was all over that. So a good look again at Niall McLaughlin. Had a special year. And offensive coordinator Matt Wheeler, he extolled the virtues, didn't he, Ryan, of his quarterbacking leader, the senior out of Eldridge, Iowa. This is the 8th play of the drive on this snap.
Yeah, he spoke very highly of McLaughlin and how not only the coaches but the team looks up to him.
Clausen will put the pads down, breaks tackles, he's in the end zone. Hunter Clausen, touchdown for the Wartburg Knights. His 21st touchdown run of the year. Showed you some of his ability to take hits and bounce off right there.
Yeah, take a look at this, Michael. He's going to get jammed up in the middle. There's going to be some purple shirts on him, and you see him just pop out to the outside, flip the ball to the official. And we got a little muddle huddle out here. And they're going to elect to kick. You know, you show that look, you see how the defense responds, and then you make a decision.
Cale O'Neill to try to add this PAT, but we know quite the drive for Niall McLaughlin and the Wartburg Knights offense. O'Neill will connect, and we are all even at 7 apiece. Not yet 9 minutes in. Hunter Clausen using those pads into the end zone for the Wartburg touchdown. There he is, Hunter Clausen. Turbo is what they call him because, he plays at that high-octane level. As we take a look at the Wartburg bio, Waverly, Iowa. That is just north of Cedar Rapids, their 15th playoff appearance. However, we said in the open of the show, first time they've been this far to the semifinal level. Cale O'Neill to hang that kickoff high, and this is Orion Finley. Finley over the 30-yard line to the 31-yard line. Hey, we know there's a lot of watch parties going on the campus and all over the state of Iowa of you Wartburg fans. So take some pictures. Here's how we do it. Get it to us on Twitter. I'm at Michael Regai. There you see the spelling. Ryan Cavanaugh. My partner is Ryan Cav7. So all of you having state of Iowa watch parties today, take pictures to it, send it on the Twitter, and we're going to give you a chance to see yourself here on our telecast today. Mount Union second possession. Braxton Plunk just playing pitch and catch. Got 6 on that first down throw as Plunk was able to hook up with Edwin Reed. Reed's 24th catch of the year. Got 6, 2nd and 4.
Had a chance to talk with Coach Winter, before the game down there, Michael, on the field, and he was telling us about, man, the whole state's getting behind this Wartburg team, and they're going to travel, but it's about 10 or so hours via bus. So they're setting up shop in Iowa.
Plunk again, going to continue to come underneath with his throws, and that grab, that should move the sticks for a first down. That was hauled in, and in on that hit was Antonio Santillan. There's Santillan. He's in the middle. He's a Mike linebacker, folks, and is he a hard hitter. This fifth-year senior out of Assumption High in Davenport, Iowa.
Michael, we're going to see if Wartburg changes their defensive philosophy a little bit with regards to covering, but because what we're seeing are hitches, and Mount Union's running 3 hitches, and Plunk's picking the open guy, and they're taking 5, 7, 8 yards every time because one of those guys is open. Here's a little bubble.
Yeah, throwing that quick bubble screen. That is caught. Strong run. Low pads. Jaden Manley. Manley's had a huge first quarter as this Jeff Dart, the head coach of Mount Union, this offense has pretty much been dominated by the pass game.
Well, this is a Manley run. You see Rochford, number 14, coming up, and he just bounces off Jaden Manley. Yards after contact, that was about 10, 11, 12 there. They got a first down.
4 wide receivers check down, put it in the hands, did Braxton Plunk of running back DeAndre Parker. Parker got taken to the ground, but not before he got 7. This is just a lot of pitch and catch between the numbers, actually between the hash marks for this offense.
Yeah, and look for them to take a shot deep, Mike, because they're tenderizing. They're hitting them in the middle, they're hitting them to the outside, but all short and intermediate routes, and then they'll take a shot deep.
4 wide receivers down at the bottom of your screen is their best, Wayne Ruby Jr., who caught that touchdown pass. Plunk going to put it up again. Coming middle. That is hauled in. Yak yards after catch for Jaden Manley. A lot of it, Ryan, as we just said a moment ago, between the seams in this Braxton Plunk Mount Union pass game.
Yeah, Manley's going to pick up 18 here, Michael. And again, it's just the hitches in the middle. And they're making the linebackers have to pick. They're putting them in a box. And do you take the guy to your left and the guy to the right? And, of course, this is all working because Braxton Plunk runs this guy, Coach Jeff Dart's offense, masterfully.
They're going to go empty here. 5 wide receivers again. Going to check that down, that quick throw. Got 5 on first down as Plunk will connect there once again. Hit DeAndre Parker as that's the very talented running back, but you see they play him in the slot quite a bit. Owen Grover, the linebacker on the hit for Wartburg. Plunk throwing the out. Should have been caught, dropped by wide receiver Edwin Reed, the senior out of Fort Lauderdale.
Michael, they're going hitches across, 4 hitches. It's the same thing every time, and there just aren't enough Wartburg Knights to cover those. And Plunk is just looking. He's picking the guy who's open. That time Reed was wide open, but he started turning upfield before he secured the football.
So a look at head coach Jeff Dart. Of course, he played here at Mount Union for the legendary Larry Karras, assistant coach here for many years. Now with the head coaching job. Again, going to throw that outside the numbers as Braxton Plunk will hook up with running back DeAndre Parker. Depends on the spot. And they're going to move those sticks as Parker was able to make that grab, get out of bounds after he had secured the first down. So yet another first down for Braxton Plunk. They're looking to take a 2-possession lead here from the 13. Plunk fires the out. That's 6 more yards as making that grab for Plunk was Orion Finley, the senior out of Memphis, Tennessee.
Surgical drive. Plunk it's the quick game, it's catch, find the open man, get it to him. And that's perfect right there, Michael. 5 yards on first
This is
down.
what they've done all year long. Now you got to remember, Plunk hits his completion percentage close to 75% on the year. And close to 4,000 yards and the 46 touchdowns. He's thrown 1 already today. Now Plunk going to keep the football inside the 5. He's in the house. Touchdown. quarterback Braxton Plunk, his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. That one from 7 yards out, and Mount Union with 2 long drives here offensively that result in touchdowns.
Plunk, it hurt him all the way down the field with his arm, and then you get into the red zone, and he's got all the defensive backs and linebackers with their back to the line of scrimmage playing man-to-man. Plunk takes off and runs and finds his way into the end zone.
That's Elliott Warner to add the PAT. He'll do that successfully. Mount Union answers that Wartburg touchdown run from the ultra-talented Hunter Clausen. Braxton Plunk in the house, 14-7, Mount Union. Second touchdown of this opening corner for the Mount Union Purple Raiders. They answered that Wartburg TD from their tremendously talented running back Hunter Clausen, as Mount Union with a 14-7 lead. Bryson White back in one of the kickoff spots, and this is going to be White from the 12-yard line. Not much there, just a 9-yard kickoff return as those kick cover teams of the Mount Union Purple Raiders are flying around right now. Hey, how about this gentleman right here? That's Tyler Clausen, United States Army. Came all the way from Japan to see his brother Hunter play collegiate football for the very first time. What a magnificent story that is for Tyler Clausen to be able to get here to Alliance, Ohio.
Yeah, I've got 4 brothers, Michael, who played college football. I got a chance to see them all play live, and you're more nervous in the stands than they are on the field. And I can only imagine the emotions of Tyler Clausen right now, being able to watch Turbo play for the first time and celebrate that first touchdown for the Knights.
Yeah.
Off a beautiful run by his brother, Hunter Clausen.
Yeah, that first down throw, Carter Henry made the grab. Henry got 5, so let's call it second down and 5. So Niall McLaughlin running, the senior out of Eldridge, Iowa, running this offense for the Knights. Off that waggle, he's going to come underneath with his throw, and making that grab was Thomas Butters. Well, Butters, tremendous size, 6'5", 235, and when we talked to offensive coordinator Matt Wheeler, he just raved about that young man, Thomas Butters, what he means to the offense.
Well, he came in, Michael, as a tight end. Then they needed depth at wide receiver, so he moved there. They graduated 4 tight ends last year. He's moved back to tight end, but what you have is a player in a tight end's body with wide receiver skills. That's Tom Butters.
3rd and short. This is Clausen. Can he get out of the tackle? Couldn't do it. Up to make that hit was Rossi Moore. Moore, they call him a bandit in this Mount Union defense. There's Moore, and one of the tackling leaders of this squad was 79 on the year.
Beautiful job by Moore playing off that block and being able to go and bring down Turbo. And it's a 4th down here, Michael, but they're going to wait until the quarter ends.
Yep, so this first quarter, 15 minutes in the books. Mount Union with a 14-7 touchdown lead over the Knights of Wartburg. Second quarter coming up. Don't go away when we get you back to Alliance, Ohio on ESPN. (14-7) Mount Union on top of Wartburg here as we get set to start the second quarter. The NCAA Division III National Championship game Friday night, 7 o'clock on ESPN, 7 o'clock Eastern. Check it out here on ESPNU. For more info, go to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. All right, then to punt that football away from their 28-yard line, and this line drive boot, and got a good tail wag on the end of it. So doing that job is Owen Grover. That's Grover's second punt. Hit a real good one, 48 yards. So Mount Union, once again, is going to have to start this drive on a bit of a longer field, although for this offense and, Jeff Dart, the head coach of this football team, it is a dynamic offense. There's no question about that. And Ryan, we know how electrifying it can be. They average, there's Jeff Dart, 46 points a game and over 500 yards, 509 to be exact, of total offense each game.
Yeah, it all starts with the trigger man here. We're going to see Plunk again, finding the right guy.
Yeah, he'll check that down and throwing that quick throw to the outside as he got Tyler Echeverry. This is Echeverry's first snap he has played in the offense today. He's one of the running backs that back up DeAndre Parker, the starter.
And he can catch the ball out of the backfield as well. That's his 12th catch of the season.
Now back to the ground game, and that's Echeverry on the carry. But Wartburg got on that defensively. Nate Link, see Link number 3? Link got some help as well defensively from Jordan Downing. Downing, one of the best defensive ends. There's Link there, and Downing, one of the top defensive ends in all of Division III.
Downing holds the Wartburg school record for sacks.
3rd down and 4 for quarterback Braxton Plunk. Plunk will step up and then check that down, and that is caught. Echeverry made a man miss, and Echeverry, by using his nimble abilities, made 2 tacklers miss and moves the sticks for a first down.
It's Rochford again, who has a hit on him, short of the first down yardage. He's not able to bring him down. Link was there as well, but how about the effort, Michael, of Tyler Echeverry, understanding where he needs to get the football to, taking a couple big hits and just continuing to move forward. Now they're going to widen Echeverry out all the way to the top left of your screen and formation and go empty with Plunk.
5 wide receivers, their best. Wayne Ruby Jr., bottom of your screen. Plunk got Echeverry, delivered a strike. Echeverry got pushed out of bounds. They're going to spot that at the 40-yard line. Echeverry got 6.
They're just, again, Michael, trip side, so they're going to stretch the defense and leave somebody short. It's really, the play design is short, intermediate, and deep, or more than one intermediates, and just stretch the defense in different ways. It's been the story of the game thus far, is Mount Union's ability to take 5 to 10 yards on first, second down through the air, not through the ground. And right now, Wartburg's having trouble covering the 53 1/3 with all these talented wide receivers for the Purple Raiders.
2nd and 4, a multitude of wide receivers. Plunk again, going to check down, came underneath. He hit Edwin Reed. Reed got drilled and pushed out of bounds. Now they're going to move those sticks, first down for Mount Union. This is all just pitch and catch. Very, definitive route running. Virtually nothing today. A route hasn't exceeded 10 yards, Ryan.
No, Plunk's taking a couple shots deep, including the touchdown to Ruby, but for the most part, he's taking what the Wartburg defense gives him. And we're talking about a quarterback, very skilled, Gallardi finalist, leads D3 in attempts, completions, yards, and TDs, and you can see why.
Came underneath again, and that is hauled in by Jaden Manley. After they move the sticks, there's your first down throw. Manley got 5, but everything, as you said, the touchdown throw on the deep shot to Ruby took one other, but everything else, and when they're coming up 1st and 5, or 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3, getting 5 to 7 yards on these early down throws.
And what I like from Coach Dart and the play calling and Plunk as well, because he's got a lot of freedom out there to change plays, is that they're not getting impatient with what's working.
2nd and 5. That is the 8th consecutive completion. Braxton Plunk has hit 8 in a row. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short as this throw was hauled in by the running back DeAndre Parker.
And Michael, the defense is going to have to do something different, because I don't think you can win a football game with them getting 5 yards every time. That time, safety Dylan Steen came flying up to try to hit Parker. And that's what you're going to have is safeties coming up, and then you're going to go back over top. And now, switching it up, we've got 2 tight ends to the right of the formation.
But the safeties are still in that 2-deep shell, and they are 12 to 14 yards away from the snap. Plunk throwing the out. Ruby went up and made the grab, hauled it in. First down, Mount Union. Wayne Ruby Jr. caught the touchdown pass on the throw from Plunk in the opening quarter.
Hey, Michael, just because Plunk's hitting the short hitch routes doesn't mean he doesn't have big-time arm talent. This is from the opposite hash. That ball gets there in a hurry. The most important thing, the ball arrives before the defender. Man, Brandon Plunk is on point early this game.
Back to the ground game. Parker. Well, the white shirts of the Wartburg Knights defensively, they got there and stopped Parker. Give him one, but that initial hit, we were mentioning there, it came from Dylan Steen. Well, Steen's a hitter. 215-pound senior out of Webster City High School in the state of Iowa.
He's an athlete too, Michael. He's a 2-time All-State player in high school, not only at football, but at baseball as well. And Steen is, those safeties are going to have to start coming up, not only in run support, but to shut down some of this intermediate hitch game that Mount's running so well.
That's the 25th pass of the afternoon already. And for quarterback Braxton Plunk, he's got his top wide receiver, Wayne Ruby. Ruby stepped out of bounds for Jeff Dart, the head coach. There's a good look at Dart. Again, played here for the legendary Larry Karras, assistant coach here, and now the head coach here trying to, and for Mount Union, this is when I say trying to win their first national championship since 2017. That's a drought for this program.
That's exactly right.
That's defined as a drought. Plunk again, looking for his 9th in a row, taking a shot in zone. It was broken up. What a beautiful defensive play that was made by Dylan Steen. Steen, that we just told you about, outstanding read there. Look at him get this right hand up to knock down that potential touchdown throw to Ruby.
Great coverage by Trent Rolling as well. I mean, Ruby had him beat. Ruby has most people beat, but Rolling again able to close it up, and Steen almost had a one-handed interception, which would have been 29 on the season for the Knights. This is play 12 of this drive.
4th down to 2. That line to make is at the 29. Off the play fake, Braxton Plunk wanted to keep the football. How about the play from Nate Link? Link, the junior outside backer from Eldridge, Iowa, read that beautifully, took Braxton Plunk down. Turnover on downs is the defensive proficiency of the Wartburg Knights showing up. Nate Link, they told us he's a playmaker, showed you why right there. I want to remind you, be well aware that big one coming up still in Division III, the football championship game that happens next weekend as we swing you back here to the semifinal action. It'll be 7 o'clock Eastern time on ESPNU. Here's your bracket. The winner of this one with Mount Union and Wartburg today will tangle with the winner of North Central and Mary Hardin Baylor. That one starts at 3:30 Eastern time, and head coach Jeff Dart trying to get Mount Union there to, for the first time to win it since 2017. And, of course, for head coach Chris Winter, this is the first time that the Wartburg Knights have reached a semifinal in D3. Settle back and enjoy, everybody. Second half activity coming up. And that boot into the hands for Mount Union of return man. And with open space, that's Lance Mitchell. Mitchell with a lot of speed inside the 20 and got pushed out of bounds. Big explosion. Kickoff return for Lance Mitchell to open up the quarter number 3.
How about the breakaway speed of Mitchell? Hits it right up the middle and then bounces out to the left. That's excellent blocking. And then once Mitchell gets to the outside, this is some big-time speed running away from the Knights. And I believe it's Cale. Yeah, it sure is. That's the kicker, Cale O'Neill, former high school wrestler, making the play to knock Lance Mitchell out of bounds, but Mount Union has come out with a big play on special teams to start the second half.
77 yards of a big explosion play on that Lance Mitchell kickoff return. First time the Mount Union is starting in Wartburg territory. And that first down throw, pitch and catch, pulled in inside the 5 before pushed out of bounds for Mount Union was Jaden Manley. Manley again at that quick strike from quarterback Braxton Plunk.
They're going back to the hitch game, Michael, and then Manley, who is so strong with the football. Nick Link tries to punch it out, but not having it. And Jaden Manley, one play, they've set up the Purple Raiders at the 4-yard line.
That is the 9th reception here today for that young man, Jaden Manley, the senior out of Bishop Hartley High in Columbus, Ohio.
Well, when you throw it 700 times, Michael, the wide receiver is going to catch some of those.
First down throw, Plunk looking to the end zone. His throw was too high as he wanted Wayne Ruby Jr. Ruby was running at the back of the end zone by that boundary. Throw was too high over the head of Ruby Jr.
Yeah, you're calling for the run game, Michael. If we're not going to see it at the 4, we might not see it at all.
Yeah,
just how Ruby tried to go up and grab it with one hand.
But just a little bit, a little bit perplexed that because this Mount Union, offense always very well balanced, but they've gone about 90% pass today. And as we say that, they run with Tyler Echeverry. He's the backup tailback to DeAndre Parker. Nate Link made the stop. They're going to spot that football inside the 1.
Michael, you got to wonder what the situation with DeAndre Parker is. We haven't seen him in a while. And they're rolling with Echeverry.
Echeverry's a sophomore out of Naples, Florida, 185-pounder.
Two tight ends, one on either side.
Echeverry has had the bulk of the duty. Plunk going to keep the football, nothing there. Outstanding read and react defensively for the defense. Owen Grover, that outside linebacker. Grover wears number 44, 235-pounder. Watch the hit here.
Well, Grover blows up Echeverry, keeps the outside arm free, and then releases on Plunk, and they're going to force the field goal unit to come out. Interesting play call on 3rd and goal from the 1 or 2.
Well, I think they had what they wanted on first down, Ryan, when they had Wayne Ruby Jr. at the back of the end zone, but Plunk overthrew him. Probably should have been 6. 22-yard field goal attempt from the right hash, and it got blocked. How about this Wartburg Knights front 7 doing a tremendous job? That might have been Drew Weifels. We'll take a look at it. Weifels got a hand up, the senior out of Mayville, Minnesota.
Yeah, he's coming from the left, Michael. It's just a speed rush, the left of the kicker. Weifels lays out. Take a look at this. Goes right around the edge. Blocks it, takes it right off the foot of Elliott Warner. And Wartburg, after allowing a huge 77-yard kick return to begin this, and then the ball down deep inside the 2-yard line, somehow their defense comes away without allowing any points.
See why we told you in the first half, this Wartburg Knight program, they came here feeling we can win and go to the national championship game. Now the one thing I don't think that they planned on, though, is their 1,500-yard ground gainer, Hunter Clausen, getting bottled up like he has today.
This is just a great job by Rossi Moore running the football. This is and you see Von Factor, number 92. It's the first time I've mentioned his name, but he is, well, he's a factor, but he's one of the better defensive ends in the Ohio Athletic Conference.
As we take a look at Rossi Moore there, the young man from Lima, Ohio. By the way, seven carries of the football for 1 yard or less for Wartburg. Throwing that out and making that sliding grab, or did he? No. They're saying that he did not make the catch, and that was, of course, Carter Henry. Henry, who's had a strong afternoon, coaching staff telling us elite hands, best hands on that receiving core. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10 now here. Just underway in this 3rd quarter, tied at 14 apiece here at the University of Mount Union Stadium here in Alliance, Ohio. Wartburg, 3rd and long. Going to run that misdirection delay. Clausen not going to get there. He got tripped up as they ran misdirect, and for Mount Union, that was Landon Jenkins who had the first hit. Jenkins, a backup outside linebacker, and 3 and out for the Wartburg Knights offense. They're going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, it's a little sprint draw action. Rolling right, hand it off to your running back, coming back left. Mount Union, you know, this defense is disciplined, and they're getting hands on Turbo, and then they're pursuing with hats to the football.
Second time 3 and out here for the Wartburg Knights. Owen Grover, who hits these line drive shots with the left leg. And this is returnable. Orion Finley from the 36 with room. This is Orion Finley with speed. Finley in open space. Finley inside the 5 and got taken down by the punter Grover at the 2-yard line. Wow, electrifying. That's the issue when you line drive boot. I mean, Finley ran 15 yards before anybody from the punt cover team got near him.
Well, it's not just a line drive boot, Michael, but also he's kicking it right at Orion Finley. Finley is between the numbers and the sidelines. It's an angled punt by Grover, but he knows exactly where it's going. So, like a good outfielder lined up in the perfect spot, and he gets it right away.
All right, Plunk going to throw the fade to the corner. Ruby, what a tremendous catch he made. Touchdown, Wayne Ruby Jr. threw the fade on that first play after the 61-yard punt return from Orion Finley to get Mount Union into the house to reclaim the lead.
Michael, this ball's a little underthrown, but when you have Wayne Ruby on the other end, it doesn't matter. Watch him reach around the defender, bringing in the football. That was Drew Weifels, who's had the assignment for much of the afternoon to cover Wayne Ruby. And Jeff Dart knows you need a big play. You get it out to number 6.
Now to add the PAT is Elliott Warner. Warner will connect. Let's take another look at, you get the big punt return, and then the mercurial Wayne Ruby Jr. making that tremendous grab. Mount Union back on top, 21-14. Mount Union taking the lead moments ago, and the second touchdown catch of the afternoon is 29th of the day by Wayne Ruby Jr. Now, however, could there have been a block in the back on this 61-yard Orion Finley Mount Union return? Chris Winter, the head football coach at Wartburg, he was irate at the officiating crew. He believed that should have been called back.
Yeah, well, defensive end Freddie Hush was running down, and as the return man took it to the opposite side of the field, he thought his guy got blocked in the back. And he's still upset down below us on the sidelines, Michael. Returnable kick. Oh,
fair caught from the 16-yard line, as that is where the Wartburg Knights are going to begin this drive, as that was a fair caught by Bryson White, one of the backup running backs. All right, so now, look, we've seen them down twice today, right? The Wartburg Knights, Niall McLaughlin, the quarterback, has led them on touchdown drives to get them back twice from 7-point deficits. They need to do it again on this possession.
Well, the defining game of the season was against Central. They needed to go about 90 yards.
And their problem, though, is they can't get one of the very best, maybe the best running back in all of Division III, Hunter Clausen, going today. Another carry for either no gain or lost yardage for Clausen.
Well, look at this play by the defensive nose tackle, Duke Hill, number 0. Prototypical nose tackle, Michael, 5'9", 275, but most of them don't have a swim move, inside technique like that.
Going back now to play action. McLaughlin going to throw middle. That was a little bit too tall. The Wartburg sideline, and the crowd were looking for a flag that did not come. That was Derek Bradley in coverage as that throw was intended for Carter Bussemus, the big 6'2" receiver.
Well, that is excellent coverage by Derek Bradley. Coach Ely, the defense coordinator from Mount, couldn't tell us who the best cover guy. This guy, Derek Bradley, or Josh Jones on the other side. It's a pick your poison type situation, 3rd and 10 for Wartburg.
They feel very comfortable with their coverage in the secondary. McLaughlin will come middle and laying out and making that catch. Carter Bussemus going to move the sticks. Terrific grab. Only place really that McLaughlin could put the football, and they delivered.
McLaughlin is so accurate, Michael, when he's able to get in his rhythm, hit that back step, and he kind of has this setting, up and down, rocking formation with his hands. And when you see him doing that before he delivers a strike, he's been very accurate. Mount Union unable to get him off course and off platform.
First team quarterback in the American Rivers Conference. That might be the best carry of the afternoon, dating back to the first one. However, Hunter Clausen got 9, but it might be coming back. Let's wait and see. It's probably a hold.
Offense, number 62. 10 yards, 3-play first down.
Michael, we saw nose tackle Duke Hill make an impact on the first play. That time, pass rush again from the big fella, and Robert Cruz, the center, got called for holding. Look at number 0 in the middle. It's a takedown. And what about Turbo breaking the tackle as Ian Sexton had him in the backfield? Something to keep an eye on. The left tackle, Tucker Kinney, who's probably the best offensive lineman for Wartburg, was up limping around at the end of that last play.
Behind the sticks now is quarterback Niall McLaughlin. At 1st and 20, he'll throw the out. It was hauled in by Drake George. George, the junior out of Epworth, Iowa. Junior college guy, was at Hawkeye CC in Iowa.
I've been impressed with this receiving core for Wartburg. And Drake George, who you just mentioned, the only returner. He's also the only shorter receiver, only 5'10". They've got a lot of big receivers through the Knights.
All right, 2nd and 6 now. Again, Hunter Clausen. Offset to the right, Clausen. Got a good push there. And into Mount Union territory on 2nd and 6. He got 5, going to bring up 3rd down and short here. As we approach the 8.5-minute mark left in this 3rd quarter, running clock, and the Wartburg Knights down by a touchdown, down by 7 points for the 3rd time today.
Short yardage situation. They bring in McConaughey. He's going to be off to the left of Kinney on the left, and Butters on the right.
With Clausen offset, this is Hunter Clausen. Got a 1st down, got a good push there. They'll move the sticks. Needed 1, got 2. Move the sticks. Hunter Clausen, 1st down. The Knights of Wartburg.
Gotta love it. Turbo collision with number 17, Mason McMillan, for the Purple Raiders. That's just best on best. Clausen gets enough for the 1st down.
They're going to go 4 wide receivers here. And at that pistol, Hunter Clausen, Turbo, as we've told you. So just because of the way he plays. Now he'll go offset. Off play action. Pressure coming. Sack time. Mount Union. As coming up was Mason McKinley. McKinley, the Will linebacker, recording his 3rd sack of the year.
McMillan coming off the edge. He's the type of player, he's the heartbeat of this defense, Michael. Coach Jeff Dart says he gets upset every time he has to come off the field. One of 3 starters from Wadsworth High School. You got Ben Lilly, Mason Fortner on the offensive line. But Mason McMillan is, again, the heart and soul of this Mount Union defense.
He's been all Ohio Athletic Conference since his freshman year. Well, that's a tough carry there on 2nd and 15 as Hunter Clausen again got taken to the ground. In on that hit was Jesse Vale. Vale is a safety out of the state of Florida.
Man, Turbo is a tough runner because he ran through Duke Hill, broke that tackle, but he had Vale and McMillan both on him to bring him down.
Big snap here, 3rd down and 13. Line to make at the 38 of Mount Union. Stepping up is McLaughlin. Now down he goes. Wasn't able to get away from Von Factor. There's Factor, who wears number 92. First time we've called him today, the sophomore out of Fairhaven, New Jersey, on the takedown.
Well, I don't know if they'll credit him with the sack, Michael, but look at him working off the offensive lineman. Sam Reyes trying to block him, and as McLaughlin goes up through, Von Miller sticks out a big paw, grabs him, brings him down. We'll see if where Grover angles his punt this time. I've always thought with directional punts, what if they just turned their body? It would go the opposite way, but it's like watching Major League Baseball with these shifts and saying, could you kick it somewhere else? Because they're waiting for it right there.
And line drive shot. That one will check up and come to a halt at the 23-yard line. Not getting it anywhere near Orion Finley, who had the 61-yard explosion return. Mount Union's ball when we get back. Back we are here at the University of Mount Union here in Alliance, Ohio. Great to have you with us as you check out the NCAA Division III semifinals. As we come back live here, Braxton Plunk fired that out incomplete. Comeback route over on that Mount Union sideline as Plunk was looking to hook up with Orion Finley, going to bring up 2nd down.
Michael, I think this football hit Finley right on the chest plate, the top of the number 2. That was a dime by Braxton Plunk. Tough catch. He was coming down for it, but Orion Finley generally catches that pass.
As this Wartburg Knights offense is kind of short circuit a little bit, can their defense keep them in the football game? Now that check down going to come middle is Mount Union quarterback Braxton Plunk, as he is again hitting their wide receiver Harrison Haynes. Haynes tight end, plays in the slot a little bit. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. Big play defensively.
Mount Union going back to what was successful in the first half is those short hitch routes. 3 receivers to the top, to the left of Plunk. Look for Chase Lawson.
Yeah, that was Lawson on the last grab. Now there's that comeback route, as that's going to move the sticks for a 1st down as Wayne Ruby Jr. making the grab. Just sat down Ryan here in front of coverage.
Absolutely, they're just trying to come underneath it, but Plunk's strong arm gets the football there before the defender could undercut it. But this, this has been the most successful part of their offense.
1st down call is going to go to the running back trying to get to the corner, and that, of course, is, again, Tyler Echeverry. We just have not seen a lot of the 1,200-yard ground gainer on the year, the number 1 back, DeAndre Parker.
Yeah, I didn't see anything happen to him, Michael, injury-wise, but I have to make the assumption that something is going on. I don't see him over on the Purple Raiders sideline, but, with this beautiful Northeast Ohio December weather, a lot of them are wearing overcoats.
Now Plunk being forced sideline, checked down, and that was almost picked off. Plunk's throw was outside as he was not able to hook up with K.J. Redmond, and then Antonio Santillan at Mike linebacker almost had the pick right there.
Yeah, and going back to the Parker situation, Michael, we've seen K.J. Redmond, Tyler Echeverry has become the main running back. DeAndre Parker has not been on the football field, 3rd and long, and Mount Union's 15 on the play clock. They're trying to figure out the alignment. I wouldn't be surprised if they have to burn a timeout here, as the play clock is now at 7 and counting.
All right, 3rd down and 9 now. 5 wide receivers, 7 of 10 on 3rd down for Braxton Plunk. He'll check down to Redmond again, going to come up way short. This Wartburg defense flying around, keeping their football team in the game. Nate Link, again, Link had some help from Parker Rochford. There's Rochford, who wears number 14. So head coach Chris Winter's defense, well, when they need it, they're responding, trying to get their offense, the football back, down by 7.
Well, this defense is as advertised. I mean, we know how dynamic and explosive the Purple Raiders offense is, but Wartburg's defense is getting after it here.
Yeah, they're number 1 in 9 different American Rivers Conference categories defensively.
Short punt.
Well, that's shanked off the side of the foot. Is going to get out of bounds. Boy, Elliott Warner did not hit that anywhere near the way he wanted to, and Wartburg is going to take advantage of it. All right, we're inside the 3-minute mark. Wartburg, the Knights going on offense. They trail Mount Union by 7.
Laps warm. I'm gonna jump in the car. I should be there by closing time.
Yeah, greatly done too, as that 1st down carry again for Hunter Clausen, just not able to find much room for the Wartburg offense. But big kudos too to our producer today, David Teska, our director, Anthony Giassi. Anthony did a tremendous job in putting that together, and you, all of you, at your watch parties, as he said, not just the state of Iowa, Illinois, Minnesota, the Dakotas, Texas, Florida, Georgia. Great to have you with us today. Now pressure coming, and Wartburg quarterback Niall McLaughlin got drilled in that sack from the blitzing safety John Rowland of Mount Union.
Look at Rowland coming off the edge, and McLaughlin tries to spin out, unable to get away. And this is, first 3 drives of the half, punt for Wartburg, and now they're way behind the chains, 3rd and 19 in the shadows of their own end zone.
That is sack number 4 of the afternoon for this Mount Union Purple Raiders offense. McLaughlin, 3rd and 19. Sack number 5. That football came out, loose in the end zone, got away. Mount Union thinks they've got it. No signal yet. Mount Union has come away with the football. The officiating crew's got to talk about it. Niall McLaughlin got stripped. Let's listen.
Covered by the defense at the 1-yard line. It will be 1st and goal for Mount Union at the 1-yard line.
There was some heavy pressure. You see Mason McMillan, he's taking that ball back to Wadsworth with him. But this Mount Union defense has turned it up. There's Von Factor on the stunt, gets home. Next to him is Rossi Moore. And the ball comes out. It looks as if, man, that ball was bouncing around. Mason McMillan is in the end zone with it. And it looked like it bounced right to 2 Wartburg offensive linemen who are unable to bring it in.
We got to take a look at this, of course. Referee Stuart Hinman and his crew. So they'll take a look at this. The football dislodged from Wartburg quarterback Niall McLaughlin. And Mount Union came up with it. Now, where? Was it in the field of play?
You can see the ball bounces, and there is McMillan laying on it.
That's the right call.
I think
it might that right.
I think it might even be the 2-yard line, to be honest, Michael. It just depends on when he took possession. But he clearly took possession in the field of play. His body was laying on the ground, so he was down the moment he fully possessed the football. The only question now is where is the spot? And frankly, this is great for Mount Union. You'd rather have the football at the 2-yard line than have it be ruled. Well, it wouldn't be a safety because they would have recovered it in the end zone. So it would have been a touchdown.
It would have been a touchdown, yeah. But here's the thing, too, Ryan, as we look at now this transition to Mount Union, forcing the turnover. This is the 3rd drive in the 3rd quarter.
The field is confirmed.
third drive in the third quarter from Mount Union that starts in Wartburg territory. And this one from just outside the wall.
Yep, and the first two were set up by big-time special teams plays. But, you know, it takes all three phases, and right now, all three phases for Mount Union are clicking.
It is still Tyler Echeverry, but the throw will go corner of the end zone, and Plunk just got picked off. Throwing the football, Mount Union on 1st and goal from outside the 1. Plunk left his throw short, and Trent Rolling said, "I got this INT," as he picks off quarterback Braxton Plunk.
Michael, the ball was on the right hash, so he's throwing a fade to the opposite side, trying to force it to Ruby, but it's a flat throw because of how far away he was from Ruby. And Trent Rolling, beautiful coverage and position, and is able to get inside, and the turnover is nullified on the first play of scrimmage.
Mark this one down with 1:21 left in the third quarter. Mount Union was looking to take control. How this throw in the middle. Zipping that throw is quarterback Nate McLaughlin as he hooked up with his wide receiver Carter Henry. Big one.
Tremendous concentration, Michael. I think the safety might even arrived a little early to hit Henry, but doesn't matter. Caught it.
Henry's concentration superb. Now checking that down, incomplete. Plunk. Nothing there as he looked downfield. He was looking at Henry again, and this throw incomplete.
Tell me if this is the first down play. Man, it's bang, bang. These Mount Union defenders, the timing they have to come up and hit in coverage has been outstanding.
It has, but how about the Carter Henry concentration? As known he's going to get stuck and drilled, and he concentrated and looked that football in.
Not bad for a quarterback playing his first year at wide receiver.
Not bad indeed. 2nd and 10. McLaughlin going to throw that fade, and it is caught. What a tremendous grab by Hunter Clausen. Clausen went up and literally pulled the football out of the hands of Mount Union safety Jesse Vale.
This is an incredible individual effort by Turbo. It's easier for Vale because he's coming up on the football. Hunter Clausen says, "I'm taking it with me." And they go right back to the workhorse.
Clausen broke a tackle, still alive, and got pushed inside the 30-yard line by his right guard, Sam Reyes.
And there's Tyler loving it. Tyler Clausen again. If you weren't with us in the first half, this is the first time he's ever seen his brother Hunter play college football in person. Member of the U.S. Army, flew in from Japan for this afternoon's game. And yeah, you see him having a good time and you understand why. What a play by Hunter Clausen to rip that football away from Jesse Vale.
Yeah, outstanding. They ran that wheel route with Clausen, but Vale looks like that. He's got that in his sights, got it tracked, and is going to come up with the INT.
Well, listen, big players make big plays when you need it.
Well, speaking of big players, we've called him a few times today. The 280-pound nose tackle of Mount Union, Big Duke Hill, the senior out of Memphis, Tennessee, being helped off the field by the Mount Union athletic training staff. We will see if Hill is able to come back. And for Niall McLaughlin and this senior out of Eldridge, Iowa, trying to lead another drive to tie it up.
Well, Coach talked about Niall Montgomery and his leadership skills. He says they take a trip to Colorado, and all the offensive linemen, he takes all the seniors, and the offensive linemen were talking about how much he loved Niall McLaughlin. And then one day in practice, he said he saw everybody go get water. McLaughlin was the first one there, and he grabbed water bottles and handed them to all the offensive linemen. He said, "You guys drink water before I do." It's those sorts of little things that give you faith in these spots.
He's out throwing again, is Niall McLaughlin, firing that quick out. Found Carter Henry, who made the tough grab, and again, McLaughlin has his football team down 7 for the 3rd time today on the march as we've hit the end of quarter number 3. Hey, get your favorite beverages, put your feet up, get ready for what should be an absolutely amazing 4th quarter. On the move are the Wartburg Knights. Mount Union with the 21-14 lead. Winner goes to the Division III National Championship game. 4th quarter next. Mount Union Purple Raiders have been without their outstanding 1,200-yard ground gainer, DeAndre Parker. Parker on crutches here, so it's been up to Tyler Echeverry to handle the running back duties. First down now from the 19-yard line. Off that pump fade to the corner, had too much loft on it, did Wartburg quarterback Niall McLaughlin. It fell incomplete. Tried to sell that real well.
And Michael, that pass was intended for Parker Rochford, the defensive back, who came into the game. He ran a slant flag combination, but there was a safety over top that didn't bite at all.
Hunter Clausen is the running back, offset to the left of quarterback Niall McLaughlin. 2nd and 10 from the Mount Union 18. This is Clausen, couldn't get out of that hit. Coming up to put Rossi Moore's had a tremendous football game. There's Rossi Moore, the 205-pound sophomore from Lima Central Catholic High School.
Take a look at these quarterbacks here, Michael. Both of them performing well, over 200 yards. Plunk coming up on 300. But Plunk has the interception. He also had the fumble when he got tracked down from behind. Of course, McLaughlin has a fumble as well. But combined 70 pass attempts through 3 quarters. 3 quarters in 1 play.
Big play here, huge play for Niall McLaughlin and this Wartburg Knights offense. 3rd and 9. Gonna throw the quick out. It is caught, but Clausen went down to a knee as he made the catch. Decision time now. If you are head coach Chris Winter after the completion of 5 yards to running back Hunter Clausen.
Gotta love the coverage by Caleb DeTellum. And they're gonna bring out the field goal kicker, Cale O'Neill. Interesting.
13-17 on the year. Tough angle here. 31 yards away from the left hash. Cale O'Neill, the junior. The operation is clean. O'Neill with that line drive shot, and he hit it. Put 3 on the board for the Wartburg Knights. 21-17. Mount Union's lead has been sliced to 4. Give you a look at the legendary Larry Karras. 11 national championships this man won as Mount Union's head football coach. This stadium is named after him, Karras Stadium, and he lost 24 football games. 24 football games in about 100 years as the head football coach at the University of Mount Union. One of the greatest leaders of all time in the college game. Forget about divisions. Doesn't matter what division. I mean, this man, you know, if you played for Larry Karras, you got a doctorate degree in football education. Now from the 5-yard line, this return for Mount Union from Lance Mitchell. Mitchell got to the 15, and that's it. So this Mount Union offense now, their lead has been cut to 4, Ryan Kavanaugh. World of time left, still with 13 minutes and 23 seconds. But remember, this Mount Union offense that is number 1 in virtually every Ohio Athletic Conference category you want offensively. They average 189 yards a game on the ground. 12 today. 12.
Well, this defense from Wartburg only allows 43 per game.
Here's
on
the
ground.
delayed Echeverry, so no DeAndre Parker. And Echeverry maybe got, we'll see in the spot, maybe got 1, going to bring up 2nd and long.
20 total yards in the second half for Mount Union. Now, they have had excellent returns as we take a look at DeAndre Parker. Michael, there's a couple factors at play that I would say explain what you're talking about with that production. Again, Wartburg holds teams to 43 yards on the ground per game, per average, and Echeverry is now the leading rusher on the team that's able to go.
Yep.
And on the season, he only has 334.
All right, 5 wide receivers. Got to get out of there, out of that pocket using his legs. And quarterback Braxton Plunk did that. He came back down and found his leading receiver, Wayne Ruby Jr., but that's only for a couple yards. Still going to bring up 3rd and 5.
This offensive line of Mount Union's doing a great job of pass protecting. They're going to need to do it here. This is a big play for Mount Union because you can feel, again, Michael, the shift in the momentum is going a little bit towards Wartburg.
All right, they're 7 of 11 converting 3rd downs. Mount Union with quarterback Braxton Plunk. Big one here. Plunk's going to come middle, had it deflected, incomplete. This Wartburg defense, again, after the big return, they came up with a big turnover in the end zone on their last possession. Now get the 3 and out here.
I think it might have been 42. Justin Grief coming into pass rush. And the 5'11", 225 D lineman from Pontiac, Illinois, with a big-time play. That's what they say, Michael. If you're not going to get home on the quarterback, you got to get big. You got to get in the passing lane. Grief did it. And the punt team for Mount Union's out.
Going to hit this from about the 10-yard line will be Elliott Warner. Brock Califf, the Wartburg return man, at his own 40. Dropping the football and virtually kicking it straight up in the air is Elliott Warner. It couldn't go much worse for the Mount Union punt squad there.
Michael, it looked like Thane Alexander may have gotten a hand on it after the punt was muffed as they tried to get it off. Thane Alexander, number 16. Take a look from the right of the screen. Does he get a hand on it? Here he comes. And either way, whether he gets a piece of it or not, Michael, that is going to be a net -5 on that punt.
So this possession for the Wartburg Knights. And folks, the Knights, the school from the state of Iowa, has come in here, and they got a chance to take the lead now. They'll start from just outside the red zone, from the 21-yard line.
You saw some of the Mount Union faithful. They are not accustomed to being in this position, especially on their home turf, Michael, as you know, Chris Winter elected to take the 3 points, even though they're still down 4. But he understands.
The right decision.
Absolutely, 100%.
Put points on the board.
Because now, you know, a touchdown, they're in the lead, and you can still go for 3 here, and now you're just in a field goal range to take the lead. So, I agree with that. Let's see. So the coach, I think what Coach Winter's looking at here is, was his knee down? It certainly wasn't there. It may have been just at the beginning. And that's Elliott Warner.
All right, let's focus in on this possession now for that man, Chris Winter, the head football coach of the Wartburg Knights, just outside the red zone. They'll start from the 21-yard line of Mount Union. That's a misdirection, and that is their All-American running back on that carry under Clausen. Clausen maybe got a couple before he was knocked down. They're going to give him 4.
Michael, I think that was Derek Bradley. It was the excellent cover corner who came up in run support, and he was slow to get up.
On 2nd and 6, go right back to Clausen. Got a flag coming from the referee behind the offense, which usually means you got a hold. But we'll wait and see. Clausen was taken down at the 14. Flag thrown by the referee, Stuart
Holding
Henry.
offense, number 62. 10 yards from the previous spot.
They got the center, Ryan Robert Cruz, the 5th-year senior, off the snap, who was trying to get out and run in front of running back Hunter Clausen.
Yeah, he's got Duke Hill again in the middle. Oh, he's going to pull across. Let's see, there's 62. Oh, sure. He got Catellum. There were 2 tackles on this play, Michael. One by Mount Union and one by Wartburg.
That's right. And the bottom line is it's now 2nd down and 15 for quarterback Niall McLaughlin. Going to put it up. Going to come middle. It is caught. Drake George. He's in the paint. Touchdown. Wartburg Knights. George absolutely ran free in that Mount Union secondary to give the Knights the lead.
Michael, you had trips to the right side. You had a tight end to the left. Typical classic crossing route where the inside slot receiver drives across the field, and Mount Union totally lost. You're going to see number 4, there he comes, and there's nobody on him. Just got lost in the defense. All the flow was going right except for Drake George. Niall McLaughlin finds him, and Wartburg has their first lead of this D3 semifinal game.
4th touchdown grab of the year for Drake George, and that is, I don't know if there's one been bigger in the history of this tremendously efficient Wartburg Knights football team. They've got their first lead of the afternoon. Look at Drake George running free for the Knights touchdown. They lead it 24-21. You see Wartburg, they've outscored the Mount Union Purple Raiders 10-0 in this 4th quarter. Turned around a 21-14 deficit. A 10-zip scoring run. They've got their lead. Let's take a look at the last 10 Division III championships. You see the familiar names. Mount Union 3 times. Mary Hardin Baylor 3 times. Wisconsin Whitewater 3 times. All right?
Yeah.
They're the familiar ones. Now this Wartburg Knights program trying to win their first.
Yeah, how about inviting some other people to the party, huh, Michael? Doesn't have to be such an exclusive club, but I guess you earned that invitation.
Absolutely. Now from the 15-yard line on this Mount Union return, that's Lance Mitchell. Got a flag that is flown during the course of the return. We'll see where this goes. Mitchell got across the 30-yard line.
Mitchell is explosive. Every time he gets the ball in the return game, kind of hold your breath a little bit. Michael, while the refs sort this out through the second half, Wartburg with 117 yards of offense, Mount Union with only 25.
During the return, personal foul, illegal block below the waist. Return team number 25. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down. Mount Union.
That call against Mount Union on the kick return squad, so that's going to take that what would have been strong field position to start the drive and move it all the way back now to the 17-yard line as Mitchell's return is wiped away.
Sure is. Second penalty of the half on Mount Union. They've both been significant. You know, there's penalties, and those are the penalties that hurt. And right here, Michael, as you got to drive the field, you don't want to start inside your 20.
A highly decorated quarterback, Braxton Plump, go fire the out. It was almost picked off yet again as dropping in coverage for the 3rd time today. Parker Rochford had a big left hand on it to bat it down.
This is about as athletic as it gets, Michael. Look at the vertical by Rochford. Look how high he gets up, and he almost brings that in. Somewhere Justin Jefferson is smiling and nodding, saying, my guy, looking good.
Back to the ground game as busting through that A-gap is running back Tyler Echeverry. So without their starter, the 1,200-yard ground gainer DeAndre Parker, it's been a lot of the sophomore Tyler Echeverry. Got that good push, A-gap stuff, first down, Mount Union.
Beautiful job right up the middle. Owen Grover just barely trips up Echeverry.
6 carries, 27 yards now for Echeverry. Going to get another call here. Echeverry again, still alive, lowering his pads to the 42-yard line. That's 14 more yards and a first down. So without DeAndre Parker, the sophomore from Naples, Florida, telling Jeff Dart, ride me, coach, give me the rock.
That's right. Take a look at the outside. Look at Finley and Manley, the wide receivers blocking right there. And that's the difference, Mike, between a 9 and a 14-yard gain. Those guys can catch the ball, but, you know, if you can get some blocks on the edge, that's going to help Echeverry get those extra yards, and they're giving it to him again.
Third straight carry for Echeverry. Strong run as he powered his way for 6 more yards. Owen Grover made the stop, but it's Tyler Echeverry now. 3 straight carries, couple of first downs, and bringing up now a 2nd and short. Give him 5 on that first down carry.
I love that Coach Jeff Dart is putting it behind the big fellas. Fortner, Burris, Ward, Carson Barrett, and Ben Lilly, saying let's start imposing our will and let's get back to a little power football.
Play action now. Plunk checked it down. That's Wayne Ruby Jr. on the grab. Real short gain as he was running that horizontal route across the formation. It's going to bring up third down. Third down, the long 3 here.
Nice job by Plunk to hang in the pocket, keep his eyes downfield. You see the pressure again. Look at a little fadeaway. Patrick Mahomes fadeaway pass right on the money. Big third down from Mount Union.
Echeverry again. He got the football, got tripped up. This is going to bring up 4th down from the midfield stripe. Echeverry wanted to go A-gap power. Justin Grief. He wears number 42. That's Grief. And now Jeff Dart and this Mount Union offense. This is 4th down. 4th down at 2. Real long 1. You want to call it a long 1, a short 2. 8:48 left. Mount Union trailing for the first time today and with a decision to make.
And, you know, part of this decision, Michael, is through the defense. Coach Ely, the defensive coordinator, saying, can you get us the football back? And, Coach, because, look, you go for it here. The way that Wartburg's been moving the ball, you're going to turn it over in your own territory, down 3, if you don't convert on this first down.
Well, so what you're saying, too, a lot of times in these situations that maybe a fan wouldn't think about, a viewer, is that the head coach going to consult the defensive coordinator here before he makes his decision about whether we're going to go for this 4th and a short 2 or punt the football away. If that D coordinator can give him the go-ahead, my defense will get you the ball back.
That's right, because 9 minutes, plenty of time, field position, but they're going for it 4th and 2 at midfield.
Echeverry in the one back. This is Echeverry, first down and more. 4th down and a short 2. Echeverry got 7. How about that left side? Ben Lilly, the left tackle. Carson Barrett, the left guard. Look at him get this down block, Ryan.
Beautiful job. Throw Mason Fortner, the center, in there because Barrett and Fortner doubled on that left side A-gap. Ben Lilly did his thing, and Echeverry shot through a cannon.
Sticks move. Echeverry again. This time, give him a couple. 2-yard gain is coming up for Dylan Steen. Steen, love the way Steen comes up and gets after the opposition's run game out of his safety spot.
Yeah, he's been coming up all game, playing like a linebacker, just lined up a little bit further, and when he sees run read, he's coming, and he's bringing a bag of bricks with him. That's Dylan Steen right there.
Steen from that safety spot. Of course, Antonio Santillan, that Mike Backer who wears number 47 right in the middle of the screen. He's 5 yards off the football, 2nd and 8. Plunk stepping up, fired the out. Fired the out, and that is caught by Jaden Manley, who's had a tremendous day today. 10th catch of the afternoon for Jaden Manley. More important, if you're a Mount Union fan, moves the sticks, first down.
Yeah, I want to give a little credit there to Braxton Plunk, having a very accurate clock in his head as your guy, Michael, Nate Link, was bearing down on him from the backside, got it out to Manley just in time.
Plunk has thrown it 49 times today. Look at Echeverry. He made himself skinny, and that's the terminology for some of those A-gap runs. Got a very good job at waiting to see what the offensive line was going to give him. Not much of a crease. He got 2, let's call it 2nd and 8.
I like Echeverry. You never know when your number's going to be called. Now, of course, we expected to see him, but not the heavy dose that the workload he's getting here in the second half, and he's responded.
This is snap number 11 on this drive for Mount Union. They fell behind for the first time today. Plunk will check it down. Echeverry, not much there. As again, running horizontally, making that hit Owen Grover. Grover, that outside backer on that stop. Just going to bring up now 3rd down and 7. The line to make is just inside the 20-yard line. And Ryan, from here, this should be a 44-yard field goal. And I don't know about Picciarello with that kind of distance.
Well, yeah. Well, they've got Elliott Warner's been kicking his longest 39 this year, but
Plunk's in trouble. Plunk will check it down. It is caught. First down, Mount Union. Making that grab was Chase Lawson. Lawson came back to his quarterback. Pressure was coming on Plunk. Had to make a play. Made a play.
There were Knights all over Braxton Plunk. Somehow he breaks tackles, avoids Nate Link again, eyes downfield, and locates his big tight end and roommate, Chase Lawson.
Red zone time now for Braxton Plunk. Plunk's going to fire the quick out. That is caught inside the 5 on that strong move. Catch number 11 for Jaden Manley with the yak, the yards after catch attached to it. Inside the 5.
What a game Jaden Manley is having, Michael. And I love this right now in his speed. He's able to get up the field before Owen Grover, the outside linebacker, can get to him. Now, Manley takes a big shot at the end of that play, and he's out of the game right now. You know, they've been hesitant to run it in the red zone. We'll see if they do.
Echeverry's the running back, and this is Echeverry, following the blocks of his center, Mason Fortner and Carson Barrett. Going to bring up 2nd and goal inside the 2.
You know, they've wanted to pass almost every time without great success, you know, down in the red zone. And if this is 4-down territory, do you just give it 3 more times to Echeverry behind this offensive line?
The last time down there, they threw the football on 1st and goal and had it picked off. Again, Plunk will keep it in the end zone. That RPO zone read, touchdown. Braxton Plunk for the Mount Union lead.
Plunk came into this game, Michael, with a D3 leading 46 touchdowns. He's already got 2 rushing touchdowns on the ground, and this is a beautiful play call and read by your quarterback and Gallardi finalist, Braxton Plunk.
It's a huge extra point now because this is a difference in a 3-point lead and a 4-point lead. Drilling that through the uprights. Elliott Warner to bump the lead up to 4. So more than likely, the field goal now not a part of the repertoire late in this 4th quarter for the Wartburg Knights. Mount Union leads it by 4. Absolutely huge drive from Jeff Dart's offense. Trailed it for the first time today by 3. Put a 15-yard play drive together. Spearheaded, of course, by quarterback Braxton Plunk.
Well, this was 83 yards on this drive, Michael. Only 25 yards total in the second half coming into this, and Braxton Plunk was outstanding along with Tyler Echeverry. What was it, 15 plays? Echeverry had the
15.
ball in his hands on 9 of those.
8 runs, yep. Average 5 and some change. As you take a look at Jeff Dart, now playing once again with a lead today. This is Clausen from inside the 5. Clausen has come free. Gotta beat the kicker. Pushed him out of bounds. Inside Mount Union territory, I see some laundry. I see a flag near the 45-yard line of Wartburg. Yep. It might negate what was a absolutely tremendous return by one of the best in college football, Hunter Clausen.
During the return, holding, return team number 31, 10 yards, from the spot of the foul. First down, Wartburg.
Coach Winter is livid on the sidelines. And he's still going. They got it on number 31. Take a look at the top of the screen here.
Well, the call went on Joey Anderson, one of the kick return squad. Chris Winter still irate. McLaughlin will check down. His throw is hauled in. Making that grab is Thomas Butters. The outstanding 230-pound senior got 3, 2nd and 7 as we approach the 4-minute mark. Wartburg for the 3rd time today down, this time by 4.
Michael, they tried to get Turbo, Hunter Clausen, on a wheel route up the sideline. He was matched up with Rossi Moore, and he ran into some traffic, but look for them to go back to that.
Playoff football again. That quick throw is hauled in as quarterback Niall McLaughlin was able to hook up with Drake George. George, who's had another strong afternoon. Now that's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 2. The line to make is at the 40-yard line. Back to the ground game. Clausen will lower the pads and pounce his way for a couple of tough yards. Move the sticks. First down, Wartburg.
Mason McMillan again meets Clausen in the hole. These two guys, they might be best friends at the end of the game for the number of times they ran into each other.
Hunter Clausen with his 21st carry of the afternoon. A lot of time. McLaughlin. Throw is hauled in. That's Carter Henry to the corner. He's in the house. Touchdown. Wartburg Knights. 59 yards. They got Carter Henry running free to put 6 on the board for Wartburg.
Carter Henry came from the right and dragged across, and Niall McLaughlin showed tremendous patience, allowing this to develop. Watch this patience. He's waiting, and there it is. And then Henry, the 6'3" long strider, is able to run away from the Purple Raiders, and the Knights are back on top.
Cale O'Neill out to add the PAT with 3:06 left. Wow, what a wild swing, a pendulum swing of emotion. Cale O'Neill to add the point after. You're loving this, aren't you? 31-28, the Wartburg lead is 3. Crossing route, Henry, 6th reception of the afternoon. Took him to the paint. Wartburg leads by 3. Wartburg's quarterback, Niall McLaughlin, just fired his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. There's his receiving buddy, quarterback, wide receiver Carter Henry. Big one. The NCAA Division III National Championship game is next Friday night, 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPNU. If you'd like more information, go to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. These 2 football programs, the Wartburg Knights and the Mount Union Purple Raiders, they're thinking about competing for a Division III football championship. Who is going to earn that spot? 3:06 left. Wartburg has got the lead again by 3. And this is the return for Orion Finley. Finley got popped as he crossed the 30-yard line. Special team hit came from Sam Kistner, one of the backup safeties. All right, Ryan Cavanaugh, what do you expect from Jeff Dart's offense, manned by quarterback Braxton Plunk, down by 3, 3:02 left?
I look for them to get back to that short passing game. You got plenty of timeouts. You really just need to set up a field goal. Obviously, they want to get a touchdown, but I look for them to hit the short passing game, and don't be afraid to use Echeverry.
Echeverry, that first down call. Give him a long one there. Give him 1. 2nd down and 9. Trent Rowling came up and made the stop. Echeverry, without DeAndre Parker today, has been enormous for Mount Union. He's carried it 14 times now for 59 yards. A little bit better than 4 a tote. 2nd and 9. Plunk to put it up.
Great pass pro. Great pass pro.
Plunk waving his receivers around. He's just going to have to keep the football and get what he can. Got pushed out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down and long. Plunk got ushered out. They're going to spot it at the 34-yard line. And they keep the clock moving now as we hit 2:15 left. 3rd and 7. Of course it's 4-down territory now for Mount Union.
Michael, Wartburg brings in Justin Grief. He's playing over the nose tackle, and he's been excellent on 3rd down, rushing the quarterback.
3rd and 7 for Plunk. Under pressure, his throw incomplete. 4th down, it was intended for Jaden Manley. 1 play left in the Mount Union Purple Raiders season if they're looking to advance here. Got to convert 4th and 7.
Good pressure by Grover, and he was trying to get it to Manley along the sideline. Mount Union takes a timeout on 4th and 7. Michael, this is one of those plays you got to get right.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to move the sticks here, or once again, in back-to-back years, unless something absolutely unforeseen would happen in the last minute and 57, Mount Union's season could come to an end here in the semifinal round of Division III.
Well, they're going all in on this one, Michael. They just used their 2nd timeout. It leaves them with 1. They've got just under 2 minutes. But none of that matters if they can't pick up 7 yards and move the chains. And Coach Jeff Dart knows that. He's been in these situations. And the football, his Purple Raiders come right out over the line on the ball.
They're going to go empty. They've got 5 wide receivers in this offensive scheme. 4th and 7. Plunk in trouble. Plunk going to throw deep for Ruby. He made the grab. How did Wayne Ruby get behind the Wartburg secondary to be found by Braxton Plunk? Unbelievable.
A lot of pressure. Wartburg went after Braxton Plunk. He was able to leave the pocket, eyes downfield, and somehow Ruby slipped beyond Drew Weifels.
36 yards, lined up for the snap. Plunk the quick out. And that is caught, but immediately drilled was Jaden Manley by Parker Rochford.
Michael, Elliott Warner's long on the season again, 39 yards. That means they'd have to get to the 32. They're at the 29.
Now for 39, partner, they'd
My
have
bad.
to get to the
22.
Yes, sir.
You know what? Lawyers aren't very good at math.
You're good. They're at the 30
That's why I
right
got
now.
you.
This is 2nd and 10. Again, Echeverry offset. Plunk gonna throw middle. It is caught inside the 5. What a throw by Braxton Plunk. He hit Edwin Reed, the senior, who ran free inside the 5.
Right up the seam, Michael, in between the safeties. Beautiful pass by Plunk. 37
Clock running. Echeverry into the end zone. Touchdown, Tyler Echeverry. Mount Union's Purple Raiders to reclaim the lead yet again.
There's something magical about this field, Michael, and Mount Union. The experience factor, knowing when we need to drive and we need the points. We've been in this situation before, and somehow they're able to do it. And this is a big extra point.
Well, it's a huge extra point. If it's converted, it takes away a field goal opportunity for Wartburg with just 31 seconds left. Wow, Braxton Plunk. Now our game referee, Stuart Hinman, is coming over to take a look here.
Yeah, they're going to look and see if his knee was down and where was the football. And I think, let's get another look at that, but both his knees may have been down before he was able to fully extend that football across the line.
Stuart Hindman, referee, white hat, at the 18-yard line to the left of your screen, has got the headset on. Look at Echeverry. Did the knee go down?
Let's see where he's at. Oh, he's in.
No, he's in the end zone.
He's in.
That's touchdown.
Yep. And the far sideline, Michael, under the grandstand, the covered grandstand here at Mount Union, that's actually the home side.
Yeah.
And you can hear the roar across the field as they watch it on the big screen, the video monitor here at Karas Stadium.
Well, yeah, our ESPN game video is on the screen here. So Jeff Dart had great confidence in his offense and his senior quarterback, Braxton Plunk, and Tyler Echeverry, the backup running back, the sophomore out of Naples, Florida, playing a lot today for the injured DeAndre Parker. Took it to the house, and now Wartburg is, we've got 31 seconds left. We've gone on field long drives before. They're going to have to do it again to earn their spot in next week's D3 title game. Big extra point here. Elliott Warner. That line drive shot, he missed it. So you say another door just opened up for the Wartburg Knights. Oh yeah, it did. 3-point deficit now, which keeps a field goal in play for their offense.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Here's your 4th down play on this last drive from quarterback Braxton Plunk.
It's as if Plunk has like a magnetic way to find Wayne Ruby when he needs him the most, and then here's the hard-fought touchdown run from Tyler Echeverry. And Michael, what I think is going to be interesting is what Mount Union does with this kickoff, because prior to the penalty, they have Turbo, Hunter Clausen back there, and on the last return, he took that to the 40-yard line of Mount Union. Are they going to give him a shot?
You can't kick the ball at Hunter Clausen if you're Mount Union. Hey, we got no skin in the game here. We're calling it, but I'm not rolling the dice like that if I'm Jeff Dart and his special teams coaches.
No. I mean, I tend to agree with you there. You want to make them drive the field, and giving Turbo the football in open field and open space probably isn't the ideal way to do it.
It's Elliott Warner to handle the kickoff duties for the 35-yard line. Clausen back in one of the deep spots. He's going to boom it deep from inside the 10. They put it in the hands of return man Bryson White. White got knocked down at the 29-yard line. All right, folks, here you go. You got 26 seconds left. The Wartburg Knights have all 3 of their timeouts. A field goal would tie it. I would say, though, probably they're a good 40-plus yards away from even making this a less than 50-yard field goal attempt. Let's see.
Trips and a running back all to the left of McLaughlin.
Niall McLaughlin, pressure coming. His throw is incomplete. He got hit as he delivered, and that was the big man in the middle of that defense. Duke Hill put the heat on quarterback for Wartburg, Niall McLaughlin.
Duke Hill has been outstanding up front, and he has been, look at the pressure he gets as he goes over top of number 74 for Wartburg. That's Lamont.
This entire Wartburg squad now up on the boundary in front of their bench. McLaughlin will put it up. They'll avoid pressure, and that throw is incomplete. We wanted to find Hunter Clausen. 2 downs to go here, obviously, but they've got to find a way to hit a play to move these sticks. Only 18 seconds left, by the way.
Yeah, that time they dragged Clausen across the field out of the backfield. Remember, I could look for him running a wheel up the sideline. He's a very accomplished receiver. And if they get him matched up with the linebacker or lose him in the secondary, That may be an opportunity for a big play.
Carter Henry as well. That's Henry number 10 at the bottom of your screen. 3rd down and 10 for Niall McLaughlin. He's going to come middle. That's Henry. He had it on his hand, but had it slapped away. Henry, they ran him middle. We've seen that a couple of times today. And that throw, he got pressured, and the throw was off the hands of Henry with Josh Jones in coverage. Now, from the Wartburg perspective, here's your season. Got to convert 10 yards here.
Yeah, Duke Hill, more pressure from the big fella, and they've got Derek Bradley locked up on Carter Henry.
3 receivers. The running back Clausen was offset to the right of quarterback Niall McLaughlin, who's had a tremendous afternoon. Mount Union going to take this time out now. There's 14 seconds left. This is 4th and 10. As you take a look at Chris Winter, the head football coach of this ultra-talented Wartburg Knight squad, undefeated as they came in here after beating Aurora last week, 13-0. Need one more win to play for a national championship, with Ryan Cavanaugh facing 4th down and 10 to make that reality come true.
Yeah, the window of opportunity is certainly closing. You need 10, at least 10 yards here, but you also only have 14 seconds left.
Niall McLaughlin, 21 to 34, 334 yards and 3 touchdowns. Got to move the sticks right here against this Mount Union defense. 4 receivers, pressure coming. McLaughlin gonna throw it middle, incomplete. He wasn't able to convert with Drake George with 7 seconds left. That is gonna do it, as the very game Knights of Wartburg are gonna come up a play and a down and a conversion short.
Well, Michael, you know, they say to be the man, you have to beat the man. And I know it's been 4 years since Mount Union has won the Stagg Bowl, but make no mistake, this is one of the blue blood programs in Division III, and it's been this way since most of these players prior to when they were born. This is decades of excellence from Mount Union, and when you come here and play, you know, they're going to go to the whistle. That's defined Chris Winter and his Wartburg program all year.
Braxton Plunk will take a knee, and you can book this one to Jeff Dart. A Division III semifinal win, 34-31 for Jeff Dart and his Mount Union Purple Raiders. They'll go to the Stagg Bowl again. Last time they won it was 2017.